So good evening, Enviros. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight and for supporting our work at the Illinois Environmental Council. I cannot possibly say it better than Jean just did, but I must begin by addressing the federal election looming over us. I hope you aren't letting well-founded fears of potential electoral outcomes eclipse all of the very exciting possibilities before us. Because tonight is our reminder that no matter what happens, in Illinois, we can and will solve big environmental problems together. It is so easy to get frustrated with this work. It's even easier to see the problems as too big to ever solve. And delays in implementing solutions have the biggest impact on those who are most vulnerable. It can be disheartening. But losing hope simply isn't an acceptable option, especially when we have so much success to point to right here at home. The win I'm most excited about this year wasn't my idea and wasn't even IEC's initiative. In fact, I didn't think it would get done, but Ariel Hampton, our State Government Affairs Director, never let me give up hope as she wrote and negotiated the bill. High school students from DuPage County concerned about climate change approached their lawmakers about the need for more climate change education in the classroom. After all, today's teenagers stand to inherit this crisis, and many are already anxious about the future, facing such an unfamiliar future. Recognizing that knowledge truly is power, Representatives Janet Yang-Rohr and Kim Dubuclet and Senator Laura Ellman introduced legislation to mandate climate change education. I'm proud and that was just the introduction. I'm proud to say not only did that bill pass, but we had a supermajority in the Senate and only one vote shy of the supermajority in the House. Now, this is a more significant victory than you might realize. In 2014, with 66 yes votes in the Illinois House, a downstate lawmaker passed a resolution denying the science of climate change. It's 2014. Only 36 lawmakers voted against the resolution, and perhaps that night I cried and confronted a few of my lawmaker besties who voted for that resolution for economic reasons. But we've come a long way in that decade since. I am thrilled to say that we have a supermajority of lawmakers in Illinois who understand that climate change requires urgent action. And those lawmakers don't all agree on how we must act yet, but they will. Our progress builds, and over time, as we win and implement solutions together, the once impossible becomes the inevitable. In my years working on policy, the wins outnumber the rollbacks by an astonishing amount. Once solutions are successfully implemented, people will fight to keep them. Look no further than the progress we've already made through the Climate and Equitable Jobs Act. Fossil fuel interests have tried and failed to roll that progress back, but Illinoisans love CEJA. And they love the job workforce hubs that are already beginning to deliver. And the cleaner air and the lower bills. And now with the Biden-Harris Inflation Reduction Act, the IRA, our hard-fought state progress means Illinois can double down and pull ahead of the pack when it comes to climate investments. We're harnessing CEJA to bring our federal tax dollars back home and putting them to work for our collective clean energy future in communities across Illinois. And by the way, none of that is possible without our government agencies. So I'm going to need us all to be big believers in government agencies. The Pritzker administration, the Johnson administration, the Biden administration have appointed some wonderful leaders who share our goals. And whether you're a student or near retirement, I want you to start exploring career options in Illinois government. We need talented, creative people all over the state because we can pass the most ideal laws in the nation. But if we can't hire people, especially the right people, our solutions will not be successful. Now, I know that some people in this room have heard me use curse words, maybe multiple curse words in a row when describing the efforts of some of our state agencies and departments. To those of you in attendance from state agencies, we know that I'm using those curse words with you, not at you. But in all seriousness, I know that from hiring freezes to budget cuts to fund sweeps, public agencies have been suffering for nearly 20 years. IEC has advocated for agency funding, and you have my commitment. We'll continue to do so, and we'll be celebrating your big wins alongside you. For example, we all owe the IEPA a big round of applause for receiving $430 million from the IRA's Climate Pollution Reduction Grant this year. Again, that CEJA and IRA work together. And as we look ahead, the Illinois environmental community has one of the most ambitious agendas I've ever seen, and I'm confident we'll get it done. We are undertaking the ambitious task of forging a new, clean, and equitable transportation future that works for all Illinoisans, including, my transportation advocates over there, including full funding of public transportation and new electrification. I hope you'll all join us in passing the Clean and Equitable Transportation Act. I was going to make a joke about John Amdor clapping the loudest. On energy, we must continue the legacy of CEJA by connecting cheap, reliable, clean energy to Illinois' electric grid and removing barriers to clean energy deployment, including storage, interconnection, and transmission. It's time to pass the Clean and Reliable Grid Act. Buildings remain a problematic source of emissions from unhealthy, expensive methane gas. This is going to be one of the hardest campaigns we endeavor, but it's time to build the power we need to pass clean and healthy building policies in Chicago and the General Assembly. Are you with us? Literally thousands of people from across the state, lots in this room, joined our call to respond to Trump's Supreme Court rollback of wetlands protections. We're teaming up with Senator Ellman and Rep Mueller to get those protections across the finish line. Finally, plastics are in Lake Michigan, 11 million pounds a year, and in our bodies, even in infants. 2025 is going to be the year that we ban styrofoam foodware at all restaurants. While there are many ways to get involved in IEC and help make these policy changes happen, I want to share a special opportunity with you this evening. As we embarked on our 5-year strategic plan, it became clear that IEC needs a sustained fund to build out our lobbying team and experts in climate change solutions, government advocacy, and community mobilization. IEC has always been scrappy, but the environmental and climate changes we face require us to be focused, fully staffed, nimble, and effective. As we head into the 50th anniversary of the organization next year, we must be fully resourced so we can do what we do best: strengthen the whole environmental community in Illinois. Many of you in the room tonight. We'll be launching our Invested Environmentalist campaign later this month. Keep an eye out. I assure you it will benefit us all. Now, I do get a little exhausted just thinking about what our agenda will look like for 2025. Despite the clear and urgent need for these policy changes, it will not be easy. People ask me all the time how I keep moving forward in the face of dragging feet and excuses. For me, it's the energy and connections of people in this room, especially my staff and partner organization colleagues. We're working hard together in this fight. Our hard work will mean at this time next year, we will have so much to celebrate. Thank you.